The creator of this video sadly cannot afford to use a professional narrator, so he decided to use me this time. The winter is really mild up here in the north right now, and for once the weather is sunny. Normally it is horrible, so the creator of this video decided to visit the amazing Lofoten Islands. The ferry to go there is about $50 round trip with amazing views and few fellow travelers to disturb you. After the ferry you will have to drive hard for a couple of hours to reach the very heart of the Lofoten Islands.
And here we have one of the local fishing boats, and as you can see, not a lot of snow here in the heart of the Lofoten Islands during the middle of the winter in March. We've had a mild period with rain, so much rain, and finally a good day like this. Quite unique up here, because I think I've said it before, most of the time the weather up here is quite horrible. But this place is not horrible. It's a great view from here, I think. And I just walked up this bridge because it's a good spot to get some nice photos and video footage of the area. Quite scenic, I think. I'm going to try to fly my drone. Let's see how this goes. And this here too, a nice spot, the village of Reine. The problem here, of course, is that these mountains here are blocking the sun, and we can only see the sun on the mountains, not in the village itself. I wanted to see a nice evening sun here on the village itself, so that's a problem here. These mountains here are actually destroying the scenery here. And the main problem with places like this in Norway and other countries, I guess, is that there's so many tourists. They're everywhere, and you don't really feel that, you don't get that genuine feeling when all the people you see, like over there, are tourists. So this is a problem when you're visiting the Lofoten Islands, and it's almost impossible to find a parking space as well. I parked my car just back there, and it's a maximum of 30 minutes. And yeah, I look at all these tourists here. Maybe if I follow the crowd of tourists, I can find a nice spot over here to see some fishing boats. Yeah, there's some fishing boats over there, and I want to see some of the fishing boats coming in with tons of fish, because this is the time of the year when they're most busy. And believe me, these are not locals. I guess I'm tourist as well here in the Reine today. Some nice red buildings, but my search for the locals is not too successful. I can't see any. I only see tourists up here. Yeah, I think I actually saw a local person just back there. I just looked through the window of the house and I could see a local person sitting inside watching TV. And I think that many of these locals are really tired of all the tourists coming up here. I know that if I lived here, and all these tourists show up every day and looking into your window like I did accidentally, I think I get tired too. Of course, I don't walk into people's front yards and looking in like some tourists do. I was just driving and I just noticed a local inside his own house. But of course, if you're a local up here and all these tourists show up, maybe even go in the bathroom outside your house, it can be quite annoying. So yeah, I'm in a difficult situation here. The last ferry is leaving the island in about 90 minutes, and I have to drive like a madman to reach that ferry, the last ferry, because I don't want to be stuck here on the island. I have to push the car to its limits to reach the last ferry. If a moose shows up in the middle of the road here, I'm a dead man.